This is the first round of the third round of games, and this is a big one. Italy, for me, have been the best team in this tournament so far. I think Italy have been very, very impressive. So very much looking forward to seeing them in action. They've actually brought in quite a few changes. Italy have brought in a lot of changes. You do get this when you get to that third round of games. It's hard to know who they're going to play because obviously they want to rest players. Italy are already through, so they're going to want to rest a few players. And as a result of that, we are seeing a bit of a changed team. There's a few Italy players like Spinazzola that's done very, very well that don't make the starting lineup. You can actually see the team just on screen above. That is the Italy team. We will flip over in a second and take a look at the Welsh team because that has also been announced. But yeah, quite a few surprises. Few names missing from the Italy team in particular. But like Immobile, no Insigne, no Spinazzola. Instead, we're seeing Belotti, who I think actually scored the most goals for Italy in their qualifying. So it was kind of a surprise he wasn't playing anyway. Chiesa, who I know was in many people's teams at the start of this, he's been very unfortunate not to play, but they're finally getting some game time now. If we switch over to Wales, then you can see that is the Welsh team that's going to be competing. And WWE Central, shout out to you. Hope you are well, my friend. Joining us as we're just going through the Welsh team. And these are the 11 guys that are going to be fighting for Wales this evening. And trying to make sure that they do Wales proud. Now, this is quite exciting. This is quite exciting because this is the final round of games. We will know the final Group A table after these matches. There are 2 games being played at the same time, so we are going to have to try and keep an eye on 2 matches. I suppose in a way, I probably need to try and find a way of having that second score on screen as well, so we can try and introduce that second score. So, yeah, it's going to be Switzerland-Turkey in the other game, and it's going to be Wales versus Italy in this one. Let me try and get another little bit of text on screen for the second score. It's very unusual. I think this is the first time that we've been getting games being played at the same time. The only other time this has happened in this tournament was because of the delay to Finland and Denmark. Do you remember when Emerson injured himself? Well, say injured himself, he just collapsed. But they obviously then delayed the game, didn't they, for a little bit. And so that meant that the games clashed a little bit. That's the only other time that I think we've had games playing at the exact same time in this tournament. But we do actually have games playing at the same time now this week. So it is... We'll put this nice and... don't know where it's going to fit, because I've got a feeling once I bring the stats in, it's going to get in the way, but we'll pop that down there. There we go. Looks kind of cute in a way. I'll put it on the Welsh side because, no offence, I don't see them scoring many goals. They might get something, but I don't see them scoring many goals. So we'll try and keep an eye on both games. And so why does this game matter? What does this game matter? Like, what's at stake? To be honest, not loads. I'm not going to lie to you. The thing about this group, what's interesting about this group is probably the other game, because we know that Wales are through. We know that Italy are through. And it doesn't really matter if they finish first or second. Whoever finishes first in the group will play the second team in Group C. Okay, so Group C is Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, and North Macedonia. So if you finish top of this group, you're probably going to play either the Ukraine or Austria, right? The Ukraine or Austria. Netherlands, I think, will win that group. Macedonia look like they're going out. So Ukraine or Austria if you are top of the group. If you finish second, then you will play whoever finishes second in Belgium, Russia, Finland, Denmark. Now, that looks like it's going to be Probably Russia. Probably Russia. I could see it being Russia. That game's going to come down to Russia and Denmark. So it won't be Belgium. Belgium will be top. So I think it could be Russia. Denmark might do it. I don't think they will. I'm not. It's a difficult one to call, that one. But it won't be Belgium. Either way, Wales, if they finish top or if they finish second, don't really have anything to fear. Like, they could really, stand their own against any of those teams. So, first or second is absolutely fine for Wales. They don't want to finish third. And in all fairness, I don't think they can finish third. They probably can technically, but it would have to be something crazy, like Switzerland would need to win 5-0. Italy would have to lose by a couple of goals as well. I think it's something a bit crazy. So I don't think they need to worry too much about that. But obviously we're going to keep an eye. I think there probably is technically a way it could happen. But if they finish third, they're guaranteed a top team. If they finish third in the group, they play either the top team in Group F, which is the group of death, the top team in Group B, which would be Belgium, or the top team in Group E, which probably would be Spain. Probably would be Spain. That group's just a mess, right? So it could be anyone still. So, yeah, I think the interest today with the games today is what's going to happen with Turkey and Switzerland. Who's going out? Someone leaves the tournament today. Whoever finishes fourth is out. They pack their bags. They're gone. We say goodbye to a team today. So we know who finishes first. We know who finishes second. If you finish third, you're going to be nervous because not all of the third place teams go through. So whoever finishes third is going to have a bit of a sleepless night. They don't know yet if they're going home or not. So you don't want to be finishing third. It's who's going to finish first, who's going to finish second. Obviously, who are we saying goodbye to? Hasib said, Days, Wales aren't through yet. They could still finish third, depending on what Switzerland do on goal difference. Yeah, I mean, they've got 4 points. So I think if you're going to finish third with 4 points, I think you will be one of the 4 third-place teams that go through. I mean, I think they're through. I don't think there's a way that they could go out. I mean, I'd have to sit down and do some extreme maths in the other groups to try and work out, like, you know, if Wales somehow finish third, which I don't think they will, if they finish third, then would 4 points be enough to get them through as one of the 4 best third-place teams? And I think it would be. I'm 99.9% sure it would be. So I don't think Wales are really worrying about not going through. I think they're actually going to Italy. It's kind of a nice game for Wales. They're going to Italy with the knowledge that they've got a bit of a free hit. They can go there and just enjoy the game. The pressure's off, really. If they end up losing 2-0, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's not going to see them go out. It's unlikely that it's going to see them drop below second, to be honest. I kind of feel that Switzerland and Turkey are battling to finish third. So, as I said, probably it's the other game that's more interesting. Those two teams are battling to try and get that third place spot. But we're obviously watching Wales because UK, home nation, got the bunting up. And I think Wales have been kind of fun to watch, to be honest. And Italy are my pick to win this thing now, I think. Having watched 2 rounds of games, I would say maybe the most impressive performance was maybe the Germans against Portugal. It's certainly the best game. But Germany are definitely on the radar now. But I think that Italy, for me, both of their performances have been stunning. They've been solid at the back. They've been great going forward. They've put on great pressure. They just look like a hell of a team. So we're seeing one of the absolute, if not the best teams in this tournament, taking on one of the home nations in what should be a very exciting game. And of course, we will be trying to keep an eye as well on what's happening over with Switzerland and Turkey. What if Italy win 3-0? If Italy win 3-0, I'll call up the table. So, Euros Group A. Group A. Let me go to the tables. So, Italy are on 6 points. Wales are on 4 points. Switzerland are on 1 point. Turkey are on 0 points. So Switzerland have to win. If there's a draw in the other game, then it doesn't matter. Switzerland would be in third. Turkey, if it's a draw in the other game, Turkey go out. Okay, so Turkey have to win. If there's a draw in the other game, Turkey go out. Switzerland need the 3 points. Okay, so let's say Wales lose and Switzerland win. That puts them on the same amount of points. If you look at goal difference, at the moment Switzerland is -3. Wales is actually +2. So there's 5 goals in it. So if Italy win by 3-0, and Switzerland win by 2, then they would be even. But it's got to be that wide. So Italy have got to win by 3, which sure they're capable of doing, but because goals are so important, I think once that first goal goes in, I could see Italy going for the game, trying to keep it tight, trying to find opportunity and all that kind of stuff. They're going to know not to concede too many, to be honest. And they're going to know that even if they lose 1-0, 2-0, it's not the end of the world. Once you get to 3-0, then you might start having a bit of a problem. Switzerland just aren't a team that score loads of goals, to be honest. I mean, Switzerland against a fired-up Turkey I don't see Switzerland winning that 2-3, 4-0. So if Switzerland win 2-0 and Italy win 3-0, that would put them level. So that's like the cushion that Wales have got right now. So if I was Welsh, I'd be feeling very, very confident. Very, very confident. They can afford to go for this game. And if they lose it 2-0, Switzerland are going to have to win like 3-0. So, as I said, I feel like there's quite a comfortable cushion there for Wales. I think that they, if you look at the team, they have got like 5 at the back, 3 in midfield, 2 up top. They're definitely not going to want to give goals away. But they're equally, I don't think, just going to sit back and I don't see this just being like dull. I mean, Italy have actually put on players that haven't played yet. So they're going to definitely want to get stuck into this game. So I don't think Wales are going to have much choice about like this being a game that they're going to have to play. I don't think that this is going to be like boring 0-0. Neither team's going to go for it. They're both going to cancel each other out, take the draw, or Italy take a 1-0 and that'll do. There's players on this pitch that are going to want to impress. Certainly from the Italy point of view, because they're trying to break into the team. And this is their first opportunity at the Euros to show what they could do. Imagine if you was in the Italy squad and you were, sat on the bench for the first 2 games. You finally get a chance to come on. You're going to give your all. You're going to go for this. And there's some great players in that Italy side, that like Chiesa and Belotti. There's quite a few players there that we have not been seeing start games for Italy. I think Chiesa has come on a few times. I don't think we've seen Belotti, to be honest. But I think them coming on, they're going to want to definitely impress. Wales are going to be forced into a game, whether they want to or not. But goals are important, absolutely. Goals are going to be important, but I think the cushion is quite wide. So I think Wales are going to be feeling all right. Raul says, who have you got for WWE today? We'll box that off when we get to that stream. We'll cover that later. We're doing a full Hell in a Cell stream. I'm not sure what time it's going to start because I haven't even set it up. I haven't even looked at Hell in a Cell. I don't even think I've done the thumbnail. So as soon as we're done with this game, there's only this game today and obviously the Switzerland game that's being played at the same time. But as soon as we're done with that, then I'll start setting it up, and we'll just start, early. We always start like about an hour before the kickoff show anyway. So it'll be around that ballpark. But as soon as we're done with this, I'll start work on setting that up. Legendary Firefly Revolution says, even if Italy lose, they are through. That's true. Yep, you're absolutely right. They've already got 6 points and 6 goals. Yeah, Italy can't be caught. Even if they lose, they are on... Let's have a look. You're right, 6 points. So Italy, if they lose, they're on 6 points. Wales would be on 7. And even if Switzerland win, they'd only be on 4. So Italy are absolutely guaranteed to go through, first or second, absolutely guaranteed. James said Verstappen won, Hamilton lost on the last lap. Was it the last lap? That's amazing. I was trying to keep an eye whilst I was setting up this stream, but I didn't get a chance to see exactly what was going on. I just saw that there was around about 19 laps to go, and I think Hamilton was leading. Verstappen had like 2 pit stops and whatever, and Hamilton only the 1. So yeah, that's crazy that it's come down to the final lap. He's good, isn't he, Verstappen? I mean, part of me thinks this is good for Formula 1 that Hamilton's being tested, but I just wish it wasn't this season. I wish it was next season. Because Hamilton is just 1 championship away now from taking the all-time lead. So imagine if Verstappen now just starts dominating and Hamilton never gets that other championship. So, I mean, Hamilton's still got many years ahead of him, so he's still going to have many opportunities, or at least you'd hope so. But, I just wish this fight was happening next year, to be honest. Millennial said, this game is interesting. Let's see if Italy receive a goal 30 games after. Would be a shocker, and Wales would definitely be a dark horse here. They are Italy are on a win streak of something like nearly 30-odd games undefeated, which is absolutely incredible. So I kind of feel that they've changed things up, but they're still going to not want to... They are so proud about clean sheets, Italy. So proud about clean sheets. They are going to defend with their lives. So they're definitely not going to... Don't think this is going to be a loose Italy that's just not going to care. They're playing for something. They are like 30-odd games undefeated. They've got real momentum. They've changed personnel and brought in people that aren't playing but are very, very good. This is not a weak Italy team. It might be a weakened Italy team. This might not be them at their strength, but even if Italy just played the tournament with this team right here, they would still be one of the best teams in the tournament. They've got great depth to their squads. So, yeah, Italy have really impressed me. Really impressed me. So I can't wait to watch them play, actually. I'm really excited to watch Italy play. So I'm looking forward to watching that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Wales are going to do. As we said, they're going to be forced into a game. They've also got the mentality of if they lose, it's not the end of the world. Yes, if they're going to lose 4-0, maybe 3-0 might be a problem. 4-0 would be a problem. 5-0 would be a disaster. Because obviously goals are going to matter. But if they're going to lose 1-0, 2-0, I think they'll be okay. But all eyes are obviously going to be on that Switzerland-Turkey game that's being played at the same time. Because if Turkey win, then Wales are absolutely fine. If Turkey win, Turkey are finish on 3 points. Wales have already got 4. So, do you know what I mean? If Turkey win, they're absolutely fine. Wales just don't want Switzerland to be winning, to be honest. They don't want Switzerland to win. If Switzerland do win, it's not a problem. It starts becoming a problem if it's like 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. WWE Central said, who do you want to win the Euros? And who do you think will win the Euros? So I want England to win the Euros because I'm English. And I've supported, obviously, England all my life. So I'm firmly behind Wales do well and watching Scotland do well. And, I want to see them succeed as well because, we all share the same island. So I want to see them succeed. So I am someone that supports the home nations, I'm right behind Wales here. Even though I love watching Italy, I'd love to see Wales get a victory over in Rome. I think that would be awesome. So Wales going over to Italy, Gareth Bale, and watching Bale and Ramsey play together is really, it's great to see. Their link-up play is fantastic. They were showing some highlights the other day of how both of them, Bale in particular, seems to find Ramsey all the time, like just great balls over the top, always getting into Ramsey. They just know where each other are at all times, and they can just get the ball over to them. And Ramsey had the ball and missed the shot in the last game against Turkey, but moments later, another one from Bale, and that time he scored. So Wales have got everything revolves around that partnership for Wales. If you can disrupt that partnership, you can disrupt Wales. So I'm not saying that Wales are, a two-man team by any means, but those, I think, even the Welsh would agree, are like their two megastars. Those two are the big names in the side. So that's something to keep an eye out for. But I support England. I am English. I'm rooting for England to win this whole thing, of course. Who do I think will win? Well, it's very difficult because that answer actually changes. After week 1, I would have said Italy. After week 2, I'm really looking at Germany now. I mean, Germany put in a really great performance against the French, and they were really unlucky to lose that game. You might remember that they kind of battered the French, but wasn't it like an own goal or something? I remember it being like 1-0. I think it was a 1-0, and it was an own goal by Germany. And I remember, it was... We were saying the French didn't really seem to get out of first gear, really. The French weren't all that impressive, but still, to go to Germany and get a result is impressive. So it was the result that impressed. But their performance wasn't amazing. But Germany actually looked very good in that first game. And then, wow, yesterday, Germany versus Portugal. What a match. Match of the tournament so far. Easily match of the tournament so far. Absolutely brilliant. And Germany, again, they've got such swag. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were just absolutely fantastic. They were all over Portugal. They absolutely nullified Portugal. And I kind of feel that, Portugal, I remember their first goal was just a bit of against the run of play, to be honest. It was like all Germany. Ball down the other end, goal. And so, maybe you could say the German defence maybe needs a little bit tightening. Germany gave away an own goal in the first game. They conceded 2 against Portugal. So you could say that that's an area of concern, maybe. So maybe you can get at Germany, but I just think their play is so incredible. It's just wave after wave of attack. They pass the ball so well. You can see how quick they're passing and moving. They're just a joy to watch. It's kind of like German engineering. It's kind of like watching a German engineered motor. You've just got all these pistons going and the rhythms there and the ball's being played and they're looking for space and the pace of the play as well. It's beautiful. Honestly, I was watching some of the attacks and they're they just seem to know where the other person's going. It's just played in and the ball goes and the person's not there yet, but he runs onto it and he gets there. And then that guy's doing the same to someone else, playing the ball, they're running onto it. I think what they're doing is they're just putting it into very obvious space. Very obvious space. And the players know that space is where the ball is going before the ball goes there. So, the defenders are marking and obviously trying to shut down the attack, but the ball's being played to areas where there's no one, someone's running onto it. It's very simple football. I'm not saying this is something that only the Germans are doing. It's just they do it so well. They do it so well. Some of the attacks were so fluid. You kind of look at it and go, how would you stop that? I don't know how you would stop that, to be honest. I mean, the Portuguese just couldn't even get close to them at times. Just couldn't even get close. And it was just wave after wave of attack. And it was a joy to watch. And the thing is, they've got people that can put the ball in the back of the net, unlike the Spanish. So I kind of think that Germany were very, very impressive. Italy won't score 4, says Mouldy. It's going to be 2-0 to Italy. Wes says 3-2 Wales. Arthur thinks it's going to be 5-0. That would be a problem. That's why I don't agree. Your predictions with Wales at the bottom never write us out of the Euros. Well, they've done very well. They've definitely done better than I thought. I mean, it wasn't so much writing Wales off because Wales are a bad side. It was more to do with the fact that Turkey had been so good in the qualifying that you looked at like Turkey's qualifying, and a lot of people were saying that Turkey is like a dark horse here because they had a really young, exciting team. Yilmaz was on fire. He was looking absolutely brilliant in the qualifying. And, I said this last time. Where have Turkey gone? Like, if the Turkey that had been playing in the qualifying had turned up to the tournament, Wales would not be sitting second right now. But it's one of the great mysteries in football. Where did Turkey disappear to? I should imagine a lot of Turkey fans are kind of like just scratching their heads, because this Turkey team that's currently 2 games, 2 losses, no goals, 5 against. I don't know what's happened. I don't. It's kind of like the real Turkey team has stayed at home and they've sent like Lithuania instead and just put turkey tops on them or something. They've sent San Marino instead and put turkey tops on them. I don't understand what's gone wrong there. And Switzerland. Wow, Switzerland are a very well organised side. Wales did very, very well to get that draw. And Switzerland lost to Italy. So I kind of feel like Wales and Switzerland are relatively close. But currently the difference is that Switzerland have already played Italy and Wales haven't yet. So that's the difference between the teams at the moment. So there's not much between Wales and Switzerland. Turkey, I don't know where they disappeared to. And Italy have looked absolutely delicious. So it's been a very interesting group. It certainly hasn't gone the way that I thought. But I'm pleased for Wales. Lauren said, I never had any faith in Turkey. Hasib said, Days, I can't wait for Slovakia. Spain. We could be saying goodbye to Spain. Yes. I'm worried about Harry Kane. He needs to score, says Sean. Well, I mean, we can touch on England for a second. I am not so worried about Harry Kane. I think I'm trying to find a way of wording it. It's kind of like having a cake, right? Here we go. It's kind of like having a cake, and like the cream on top looks like it's going a little bit bad, and you're like, oh, don't like that cream. The cream looks like it's going a little bit bad. But actually, the whole cake is bad. If you used to actually cut into the cake as well, you'd actually see the cake is a lot worse. Like the cream is actually, the cream's all right in comparison. But if you cut into the cake, it turns out that cake's actually been in the fridge for a year. Like, everyone just forgot about it. It's just been in the fridge for a year. The whole thing's gone bad, right? So everyone's looking at like Harry Kane, going, oh, I just don't like Harry Kane. He's not scoring goals. I think we've got a problem with Harry Kane. You might want to look at the rest of the team. You might want to look at the fact that we're just not getting the ball to Harry Kane. I kind of feel like, so Harry Kane was the cream and the rest of the team is the cake, just so you know. But I do think that England have got big problems in regards to getting the ball to him. Like, if Harry Kane was getting the ball in the penalty area and he kept putting it wide and he kept shooting it over and he kept falling over and all this kind of stuff, then I'd be like, yeah, we've got a problem with Harry Kane. But the truth is, he's not getting the ball. the ball is not even reaching Harry Kane. Harry Kane is not getting a hold of the ball at all. Now, I understand that he likes to drop deep and try and get a bit more involved in play, but if you've watched England, the ball's going out to the wide players. It's going out to Shaw, who's playing it into Sterling. It's going out to Walker, or it's going out to James. Like, the ball is going out wide, right? And we were just getting shut down. And what we needed to try and look to do was then try and find a way through the centre. Once we start going through the centre, you're going to get Harry Kane onto the ball more. But the thing with Harry Kane, he drops deep and gets involved in the build-up play, but then there's no one ahead of him. There's no one to kind of play the ball into because he is that person. So Harry Kane just loves kind of bouncing between the 9 and the 10. It is a little bit of a problem, because if Harry Kane goes into the 10 and goes into the playmaker role rather than the striker, then Harry Kane needs to feed it into a Foden, into a Sterling, into a Grealish, into a Sancho. Then he becomes, the number 10 basically. So there's a lot going on in the middle of the park that just isn't working correctly. There's a lot happening that we need to have a look. I think that the formation's not brilliant for us. I also think there's a lot of people running that out of different positions. You got Mason Mount buzzing all over the pitch, which means at certain times he's not central. There's no one in and around Kane to kind of help Kane. You've got Rice sitting really deep. Declan Rice sitting right by the defence. Phillips as well. You kind of want Phillips there in support. Personally, I would be looking at the formation. I would personally look at the formation because I think England are set up to defend, and then when it comes to attack, the plan seems to be put it onto the wide areas and then try and whip a ball in or something along those lines. If that doesn't work, Plan B looks really sketchy to me. Plan B looks really sketchy. It just doesn't look like we've got a solid base in the centre of the pitch. I mean, they were showing replays of just gaping holes in the centre of the midfield. Like, we didn't have a midfield. There just wasn't a midfield. Like, Rice is so deep, he's basically a defender. Phillips obviously has got free roam to go wherever and, sometimes goes out onto the wide areas. Mount has got free roam and he, disappears as well. And so there was times where Scotland were coming at us, and we've got, this kind of weird shape like this. England were like this at times, where you've got a defence going into, into the wider areas. You might have Harry Kane in and around here, but he was so isolated. So I'm not worried so much about Kane. There is absolutely a chance that he's not on form. There is absolutely a chance that he's got a little injury, a little knock. There's absolutely a chance that he's not fit. And there's absolutely a chance that there is something a little bit wrong with him and his movement and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm not dismissing it, but I'm just saying that there really does seem to be something not right with England. But what I took encouragement from was after the game, Gareth Southgate says, we need to create more chances. And, I could have put on another attacking player for a defensive player, but it's we need the points. My first objective is to get us through this group. My first objective is for us to qualify. And if that means, that we take a point here, we try for the win, but if we can't get the goal, we just don't concede. And if that's what happens in this game, that's what happens in this game. So his primary focus is don't lose the game. We have a manager whose primary focus is do not lose this game. Now, I don't mind that because I don't like losing games. So I don't mind Gareth Southgate having that mindset of do not lose this game. But the end result is, with all of England's attacking threat, it's not set up right for us to kill a team. Our team is not set up to go and smash 3, 4, 5 goals. Our team is not that set up that way. Our team is set up to defend, build, play to the wide areas, whip a ball in, get a goal, maybe something down the centre if we can find some space, get a goal, 1-0. 2-0. Lovely. Thanks a lot. On to the next game. That's how England are set up. And, some people are saying that's right. A lot more are saying it's wrong. A lot more are saying if you've got Sancho, Grealish, Sterling, Foden, Mount. Do you know what I mean? If you've got Kane, Rashford, you've got Saka, you've got all of these players, why the flip are we defending so much? But, I mean, I do think there's a better balance for England. I mean, England surely must be watching the Italy games. I mean, Italy are rock solid at the back. But I think this maybe comes down to the fact that Gareth Southgate, honestly, hand on heart, doesn't trust the defence that England have. I think Italy do. I think Italy trust their defence. I think also Italy do a much better job of defending as a team than what we see from England sometimes. I think England don't defend as a team as well as what Italy do. I also think that player for player, Gareth doesn't trust his players that he's got in his defence as much. Obviously, it hurts that Maguire isn't fit and isn't playing, so we're having to go with Mings. Mings has been great, but this is not our first choice. And I think that Gareth, just a little unsure about the defence, and so as a result, we've got the two defensive midfield players as well to try and give some extra protection. And it's really, really interesting stuff. I've watched quite a few videos from Tifo in particular, and they've kind of been breaking it all down and going through it all and everything, and talking about what could England do to change, and it's really interesting stuff. Really, really interesting stuff. But I think the big thing is there's not alarm bells for England because it's sort of going the way that Gareth wants it to go. So we're panicking because we're not scoring goals. Gareth's not really panicking. He is saying that we should create more. We should definitely be creating more. But he's not set the team up to smash teams 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. I mean, think about 1-0 against Austria, 1-0 against Romania, 1-0 against Croatia, 0-0 against Scotland. England are just, for all our attacking threat, we are not a swashbuckling team. Yeah, we are not a swashbuckling team at all. So it's very frustrating because you do look at that talent and you do think it matches any team at this tournament. If England were to take the brakes off, if England were to let the reins go and let England just let the lions roar, just let the lions roar, just let them go, who knows what would happen? I don't know what would happen. I'd love to see what would happen. Be great if he'd have done it in a friendly so we could see what would happen. I would imagine for the first half, a lot of the players would be like, we're allowed to attack. Yes, go, my lovelies, go. Go. So, yeah. So, in conclusion, they suck. The Maguire injury is a concern for Southgate's defensive play, says Diego. I will take second in the group. We don't want first, says Ryan. I'm not sure because second isn't easier. We actually predicted the tournament and we predicted what would happen if England were first, second, third. If England finish first, then they get the runner-up of the group of death. So you get a horrible team. It's either going to be Portugal, France, or Germany, right? Horrible. But it's at Wembley, okay? And honestly, I don't fancy that game. I think that England, in their current setup, even though they are so defensive, I think against a really good attack, they're still going to struggle. We've seen it time after time. England conceding set plays and, crosses. England concede goals. They haven't conceded in a while, in all fairness, but I don't look at that as some crazy defence that no one's going to be able to, breach. They've done very well against Croatia, Scotland, Romania, Austria. I can't remember any further back than that, but they've done very well to not concede for so long. But no, if you're going to play a Germany, a France, a Portugal, I don't think our defence is good enough to keep them out. So I would worry about it, but it's at Wembley. And then after that, I'm not saying the games get easier because, of course, you're into the quarterfinals. Games aren't getting easier as the tournament goes on. But it's not as bad. It's not as if we have to play Germany and then the next game we play France and then the next game we play Portugal. So it's not as bad. We have to just get through that round of 16 game, and then it's okay. It's as good as you can get it, basically. So that's if we finish top. If we finish second, we get an easier next round game, but it's not at Wembley. And then the route after is much harder. Like, the route after then is you get France, right? I think the next game would be, we would probably play whoever finished top of the group of death. So if you actually finish second, yes, you get an easier round of 16. But the quarterfinal is you probably are playing whoever finished top of the group of death. There's not really a way of avoiding the group of death. We are sadly in the same half of the draw as the group of death. There's no way to avoid them. So you either deal with it in the round of 16 or you deal with it in the quarterfinals. So first or second doesn't make a massive difference. I could understand people saying I'd rather just get an easier game in the round of 16 and worry about, the quarterfinals when we get to it. I can understand that, but there's not much in it. There's not much in it. I think we actually looked, and the better path is if we finish third. For some reason, if we finish third, I think we actually jump to the other side of the draw, and I think we start getting away from the group of death then. And then I think we played, slightly easier sides. I think then we start looking at, like, I'd have to have a look. I'd have to run it again. But I seem to remember looking at it. It was like we played Slovakia and people like this, and I was like, oh, man. Third is all right. I'll take third. So actually, ironically, if Scotland end up finishing like third and going through, they're going to have quite a good time of it, I think. If you finish third in our group, you're not bad at all. It's just a weird way this all works. It's very, very strange. It used to just be that only the top two teams went through. Third never used to go through. It just used to be that the top two teams went through, and then the winner of Group A played the runner-up of Group B. The winner of Group B played the runner-up of Group C. The winner of Group C played the runner-up of Group D. Like, it was just really simple, and it worked. And, you know what the world's like. If something's simple and it works, well, we've got to change it. We've got to complicate it. So they just found a way of getting more teams involved. So now there's more nations, which is good, I suppose. There's more nations playing, so more nations can watch. And but it has complicated things. There's like, I think there's one where there's, let's just have a quick look. There's one where there's two. Yeah, so the runner-up of A plays the runner-up of B. So if you're the runner-up in Group A, you don't have to play the winner of Group B. You just play another runner-up. Like, how does that work? So if you're the runner-up of A, it's just the sort of the same as if you win the group, basically. Or if you're the runner-up of B, because that's two runners-up playing each other. So, I don't know. I find it a bit strange how they've done it, to be honest. There's a couple where the runners-up end up playing each other. Whatevs. It is nice that more nations are playing, in all fairness, because I did see footage of Hungary. Hungary fans, I don't know if you saw it, like a fan park in Hungary, losing their minds, going crazy and everything when they scored that goal against France. It was absolutely brilliant. So, Hungary are a team that might not have made it if there weren't as many groups. If there was only, say, 4 groups, then, there might not be a Hungary in this. There might not be a North Macedonia in this. There might not be a Finland at these championships. And even though those teams might not really have brought a great deal, Hungary have, in all fairness. Even though those nations might not have brought a great deal, it's still great for their fans, isn't it? So, I suppose no complaints. Can you read my last comment about cricket? The ICC World Championship is going on right now. India all for 217, New Zealand 55. Carl Jameson 5 wickets. Okay, cool. Shout out to you. England are still in it. They are. Diego said it's like being rewarded for coming third. Yeah, I mean, you finished third in the group. I mean, it used to be if you were third, you went home. That was it. You weren't good enough. Top two teams go through. But now, if you finish third, you stand a chance of going through. The only thing I would say is that you are guaranteed to play a top side. If you are third, you could find yourself getting very quickly eliminated, because if you're third, then you'll play either. This is the other thing as well, though, right? I'm going on a rant now. I'm going on a rant. So if you finish top of Group E, yeah, you play the third best team from A, B, C, or D, right? So if you finish top of E, you get a third ranked team, okay? In England's group, of course, if you finish top of our group, do you get a third place team? Do you get a little third place team? Do you get a little Finland? Eh? Do you get a little North Macedonia or something? Yeah? No, of course you don't. You get the runner-up of the group of death. That's what you get. And you'll like it as well. So, yeah, a lot of the groups, if you finish first, you get a third place team. Not England's. Not England's. If you finish first in England's group, you get a runner-up in one of the hardest groups ever created by mankind. So, yeah, I'm just saying. Just, putting it out there. It's good to have a little rant about something other than wrestling. Can Wales go through with a draw? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If Wales are 100% through with the draw, because they've got 4 points. Switzerland have got 1 point. So if Switzerland win, they're on 4 points. And if Wales draw, they'd be on 5. So Wales would go through. Alex says, are you a crisps in or crisps out in regards to sandwiches? That's such a big question. I'm so pleased that you've asked me it. Can I tell you, one of the most exotic foods that I've ever encountered in my young life was a crisp sandwich, right? Because we never had them. We had crisps when we had bread, but never had the thought crossed my mind to combine the two. Never. I can't stress this enough. Like, for the first, say, 10, 11, 12 years of my life, never crossed my mind to put the two together. And I'm ashamed to admit that there was times where I've probably had a chicken sandwich with a bag of crisps, and I've never thought, it never crossed my mind, right? So this is a big confession right now. And then I went round my cousins, different cousin to the one that got me into wrestling. Went round to my cousins on my mum's side, and they were having crisp sandwiches, and I couldn't get my head around it. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, hang on. You tend to put, like, a meat on a sandwich, but you're putting the crisps on the sandwich. And it was like, I can only imagine it's like when Columbus discovered potatoes for the first time. Like, it was so exotic. I should imagine it would be like if a boomer was to try sushi. It's just so mind-blowing that I couldn't get my head around. I couldn't wrap my head around it. And still to this day, I'm very suspicious about it. I think there's something about it because I never thought of it. And because I went so long without having it, I'm still very suspicious that it's the right thing to do. But I can confirm that I have had them. I've enjoyed them. And I am now a crisp sandwich convert. So I have been known in recent years to have the odd crisp sandwich. So I am a crisps in kind of a guy. Not always, though, because I'm still, do you know what I mean? I still think back to when I was young and the crisps were on the side. So it's a very complex relationship I've got with the crisp sandwich. That's maybe a more in-depth answer than what you was expecting, but that whole story is true. And that's why I was so pleased that you asked it, because I feel like I had something to contribute. Will Wales have something to contribute, though? That is the question. As we are building towards Wales versus Italy. And we have got Italy on screen, but I'm sure our Welsh friends would love to see the 11 Welsh Dragons that are going to be battling for them over in Rome. This game is in Rome. We are in Rome right now. You can see the stadium here, the Olympico in Rome. And Yeah, we are just about 10 minutes away. We can see the ground filling up, the fans getting excited. What's a crisp sandwich? It's where you get 2 bits of bread, put butter on, and then you put the crisps on. Done. Need a Bale goal, says Matt. Hope everyone sorted out their teams. Hope everyone sorted out their Euro fantasy teams. This guy right here, dropping a limitless card. Dropping that down. So, Limitless has been played. Completely changed the team. I was so disappointed with my team last week. They really let me down. Who would have expected Kane, Yilmaz, Lukaku, all to blank? None of them scored. All of them blanked. Ferran Torres for Spain, one of their great midfielders, plays for Man City, didn't even make the team. He got chucked onto the bench. So I was like, this is a disgrace. I had stern words in the dressing room, let me tell you. Last night as I was changing my team, I had a whiteboard out and I was like talking to the screen, talking to the boys. I was like, you've really let me down. You've really let me down. Played the Limitless, boomer off. That's it. So, I can't remember my team. I think I've got some Italian players, but I'm still rooting for you, Wales. Still rooting for you. Crisps are potato chips. Oh, yeah. We call it different. We call them crisps in the UK. Can Southgate please play Brock Lesnar at centre-back? No, Brock Lesnar's American. He's trying to be Canadian. Eric said this is the worst match day so far of the Euros. What, because there's only the one game? Wow, there's 2 games, but they're on at the same time. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but the drama is ramped up now because someone goes home. I mean, it's probably going to be Switzerland or Turkey that go home. It could be Wales. If it's going to come down to Switzerland winning, because of course Switzerland and Wales drew 1-1. So if Switzerland win and Wales lose, which is very, very possible, then it'll come down to the amount of goals that's in it. So there's still some tension there. Still not going to be comfortable viewing. So even though we don't have loads of games, the games arguably matter more. So we've got referee emerging onto the pitch in Rome. Obviously, it's a reduced capacity. And we are getting ready to go to the game. The Welsh players are emerging, making their way out. And we've got applause from the Italians as Gareth Bale leads the team out. And I should imagine there's some nervous Welsh people. I should imagine the pubs and everything are packed for this one. Wales have really got behind their team, as you would imagine. Not really their national sport, you know. You'd think it was, but it's not. Rugby is like Wales' national sport. Come on, the Wales. Even though my sheep are watching through the window. Tharuka said it's a very balanced team. Badger and Bournemouth, shout out to you. What is the prediction for this game? And also the Test World Championship. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to predict the Test World Championship. I thought India was going to win that, but that's not a great first score for India. Maybe New Zealand are about to become the best Test team in the world. Score for this game. It's difficult. I think Italy have been absolutely delicious. So I think this is going to be such a challenge for Wales. But they battle hard, man. I could see this being maybe they'll get a goal. I mean, it's difficult to say. Getting your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think? I think this could have draw written on it, in all fairness. Italy are winning this, says William. Matt said, I just got tents. Why are you going camping? Are we doing Hell in a Cell tonight? Yes. Diego said, I'm in Wales's corner. My prediction is Wales 1, Italy 2. I think they've made too many changes. Crazy Ginger Jake Holden says Italy 3 or 4-0. Well, the only thing I would say about Italy is they've just brought in the player that scored the most goals for them in qualifying, and he hasn't been playing. Italy, what's his name? Belotti. Let me find how many he scored. Belotti for Italy scored 5 in qualifying. So they played 10 games. They scored 37 goals, and Belotti scored 5. He's a striker for Torino, and he hasn't been playing. He's quick, he's smart, he's strong in the air. He's a real handful for defenders, and he is fresh. So Belotti could be a problem here. He is really going to want to show that he does not belong on the bench. So even though they've made changes, they've made good changes. They've got a good squad. Kyle Jameson was really impressive today. This is his 5th 5-wicket haul in only 8 matches. Gary said, I met Ian Rush in Dortmund once with his old LFC teammates at the Champions League final. That's very cool. Too many Welsh Spurs players for me not to back Wales, says Anna. Right. Passionate national anthems done. Tharuka says, go Italy and New Zealand. Jenna thinks it's going to be Italy 7-0. Oh my God, that is a disaster. That's a disaster. I don't see that, but that would be a disaster. We haven't really had a game like that, have we? We haven't really had, I think 4 has been the most that a team has scored so far. So no team has got 5 goals yet. Be really good if England could do it. Imagine if Gareth Southgate takes the reins off England, allows them to attack, and England go on to win 5-0 against the Czech Republic. That would be insane. Bale went to the same high school as me. His folks still own a house down the road, says David Watkins. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, let's see how he does. His relationship with Ramsey is so important, and they just seem to be able to find each other. And obviously Dan James looking so good. When he gets into those positions where he's got the ball and he can just run at defenders, you can sense how nervous they are, and rightfully so as well. He's got real pace. The only thing I would say is he lacks a little when it comes to a final product. If his shooting was a little bit more accurate, if his final ball was a little bit more accurate, he'd be one of the world's great players. Because his pace, his control of the ball, absolutely fantastic from Dan James. They're just showing both teams on screen at the moment, and we are just moments away from starting this one. A lot of nerves out there. But it's exciting nerves, I would imagine. As we said, even if they do lose to Italy, it's not the end of the world. Wales cannot finish bottom of this group. It's impossible for them to finish bottom of the group. Bit of confusion. The Welsh players take the knee. The Italian players weren't sure whether they should take the knee or not, but either way, we are underway. The game has kicked off. Italy versus Wales. We are live, and we can get the stats on screen as soon as we get that information. So Wales already on the ball, looking to probe. Even though there's been quite a few changes by Italy, they've kept Donnarumma in goal. Who is one of the world's great goalkeepers. So it's going to be very difficult for Wales to try and break through this Italian defence. And even if they do, they're going to have to deal with Donnarumma. Italy already on the ball, in and around... there's a flag. Already in and around the Welsh penalty box. Well offside. They're just showing he was well offside. Hisense is the sponsor. My scents are better when they're high as well. Austin, shout out to you. Yeah, I'm good. Hope you're well. Ryan said, I'm rooting for Santino and Cesaro. Right, long ball played from the goalkeeper into the midfield and goes to Italy. Italy are going to enjoy quite a bit of the possession here. I wonder if we've got any stats yet. Let's have a look and see if they've updated those. So, yeah, Italy are definitely going to enjoy the majority of the possession. We do have, and actually already, Italy, 80% of the possession so far. Let's change that over to that. There we go. So 80-20 possession so far still. No shots for either side. Italy, Wales. Okay, so in the midfield, some good work here by both midfields. It's a very congested midfield. I'm doing good. I've seen Grandma. I've got a question. If you get 2 yellow cards, are you out of the tournament? No, you're not out of the tournament. You certainly missed this game. And I think you would probably be banned for the next game. If you get a red card, then I think you'd miss the next game. But you wouldn't be completely out of the tournament. Okay, Bale just going down. So it's going to be a free kick. Nice, Williams trying to whip the ball across. Good days, my man. You should give me that blue wrench, fellow streamer, so I won't do anything bad. Push note, I'm always here. CC SYT, shout out to you. We don't have any mod vacancies. We all good on that front at the moment, bud. I do get asked quite a bit by quite a few different people about that, but it's just whenever we feel that we need any more. But we're all good at the moment, dude. Get the chat back. There we go. Right, so ball in the midfield at the moment. Pump forward. Switched out to the right-hand side and sails over the top of... is that Pacina? Williams has got the ball. He's going to look for a throw-in. So Williams throw-in for Wales. He's got... bounces back, playing back into the Welsh defence. So about 4 minutes in, this has been quite calm, collected. No chances for either side yet. Obviously still very, very early, but a few little fouls, few little niggles here and there. What we're seeing from Wales is they're getting stuck in. They're marking well. They're trying not to get overrun in that midfield. Both teams are looking good, says Tharuka. Turkey are all over the Swiss at the start. The goalkeeper has saved the Swiss, says Adil. Do you know what? I actually don't know where the other game's being played. I don't think the other game's being shown in the UK. Obviously in the UK, they're focused on this game, the Wales game. But I don't think they're... Maybe it's on like a BBC 3 or something like this, some random channel. But yeah, I don't have the game on at the moment. Days, how is that scared woman? What scared woman? Oh, the one from the Hungry game. I haven't seen anything about her. I was hoping there was going to be some interviews with her and whatever, but she's probably in therapy. That was brilliant. That's my favourite moment so far of the tournament. Absolutely brilliant. The Hungry celebration and that woman. A goal from Switzerland. Is it? I've still got it at 0-0. I'm following it on the BBC. Swiss have scored? Wow. Okay, well that's not great news for Wales. It's not a problem. Wales are still second. But it's not great news that Switzerland have decided to get a goal so early. Yeah, Seferovic on 6 minutes. Goal, says Austin. Yeah, they're showing it on TV now. So it's certainly sounding like this was against the run of play. In fact, yeah. Turkey, 56% of the ball. 4 shots for Turkey. 1 on target. 1 corner. So Turkey were dominating the game. Had a good foothold of the game. And it seems like Switzerland have just got a shot sort of out of nowhere. So that's going to be very, very interesting. This is what's so great about the final round of games, is that certainly with a closer group than this, I'm thinking in particular Spain, Sweden, Poland, Slovakia, that group's really close. So with that group, like every time someone scores or something happens, like the table's going to get updated and, you know, different teams will be top. Different teams will be second. Different teams will be going home. So it'll be quite exciting. This group, as we said, is pretty much sorted. I feel quite good that it'll be Italy, Wales, looking like Switzerland. And then it's looking like Turkey are going home right now. But we'll know for sure by the end of the game. Swiss scored. It was sloppy defending from Turkey. Edward said, because I'm not going to be here till Hell in a Cell, I just came in to say hello. Shout out to you, Edward. Ball played back. Italy have got it in the Swiss half. Looking to move the ball about, but Wales doing such a good job of disrupting that play. Really good work by them. Little bit of pulling. And Italy have been penalised. So, yeah, it is 1-0 to Switzerland. We need to change our little thing at the bottom. So, let's change that to 1-0 Switzerland right now. Tell you what a strike. Clinical as anything. It's their first real attack. They keep it alive. It finds its way through to Seferovic. And they back off him. And he takes the shot right through the legs of the defender. Into the corner. The keeper can't get anywhere near it. It is a fantastic finish. That is what Karen Carney, former England female player, has said about that Switzerland goal. And 1-0 to Switzerland right now. All fine so far for Wales. Ball headed into the centre. I made some big transfers. I'm using my wild card. Diego says Capello is in the stands. Are the English FA still paying off his contract? William Hensey, shout out to you. Austin, shout out to you. Retribution said Turkey are a shambles. Hartlepool just won promotion to the Football League. Did they? It's a bit late, isn't it? The end of June. Thought that would have been sorted by now. We are doing Hell in a Cell tonight, yes. Ball played across the midfield. Right, here comes Italy whipping the ball into the centre to the back post. And just couldn't get onto the end of it. Looked like he might have been just a touch offside there, Belotti. But he's desperately trying to get onto the end of it. And as we said, he was their top scorer in qualifying. And that's probably the closest anyone's come to getting a goal so far. Ball kicked out by the goalkeeper to the halfway line for Wales. Ball coming back to Italy. Days, are all UK TV stations state-run? None are state-run. None are run by the government. BBC is funded by the public. So there's if you buy a TV, you get a TV license, and your money then from that goes towards to the BBC. So it goes towards like BBC Radio 1, Radio 2, blah, blah, blah. But obviously the BBC website and the TV channels. So that's how the BBC is funded. There's no adverts on the BBC. BBC is uniquely funded, as they word it. And it's because the BBC have been around since like the 50s or whatever. So, it's just always been that way. But ITV is just a commercial channel funded by adverts. Same with Channel 4. So, no, none of it is owned by the state. Good work by Chiesa. Ball into the centre. Headed away. Wales having to work hard here to just kind of deal with this pressure that's being put on at the moment by Italy. Italy just turning the screw a little bit more. We're spending more time now in Wales's half. You can see Italy are leading in regards to possession, 75-25, but still not much in the way of shots. So we're doing all right at the moment, the Welsh. But the pressure is ramping up a little bit, and that goal in the Switzerland game won't be helping matters at all. C Wrestling, shout out to you. BBC should use adverts to save us money. £159 a year for absolute beep. Austin said, Days, did you ask Triple T to join the Discord? I was shocked to see him. I didn't ask him to join, but I gave him the thing. Ball is thrown in by Wales. Italy have got the ball, playing it across to the left-hand side. Italy coming forward, beautiful shot, but straight into the heart, into the arms of Ward. That was a nice strike by Palmieri. The BBC is like PBS in the US. I'm not sure. Is PBS funded that way? Do PBS get their money from like a TV license or something? Daniel said, I'm so happy for Anderson Silva. 46 against Chavez Jr., who has got a 52-5 record with one of his losses coming to Canelo. Anderson put on a clinic. That was a great result. Absolutely brilliant. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but because like after UFC last night, I was feeling it a little. So I ended up like going to bed, but I couldn't not keep an eye on what was happening. And I was watching Twitter and seeing some of the little video clips that were being put on there. He looked great, and he did some of his classic taunting as well, telling him to, bring the fight and everything. It was like classic Anderson Silva, and what a brilliant result as well. I didn't know how he was going to do in it. I feared, to be honest, that he was going to get shown up, because obviously the end of his MMA career hasn't been brilliant, but what a fantastic result for him. I don't know what he does now. I mean, he looks so good in the clips that I saw and the reports that I've seen and the things that people have been saying that he could, go on to do other fights. I mean, I think he'd be up for fighting Jake Paul. I mean, Jake Paul or, maybe Logan Paul or something against Anderson Silva, one of the greatest. He is proper GOAT status. And you're talking about the greatest MMA fighters of all time. You have to mention Anderson Silva. You might not think he is the best, but nice ball whipped in, headed away by Wales. Ball bouncing around and straight into the arms of Ward. But even if you don't think he's the best, you've still got to have him in the conversation. Yeah, this is all right by Wales. Like they're limiting Italy to a few shots like outside the penalty box. But Italy are just keeping that pressure up. Wales are struggling to get out of their own half. The ball played over to the right-hand side. And it falls to a Welsh player. Plays it back. And it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. So Wales just struggling to get out. If anyone thought that this changed Italian team was going to be a pushover, this was just going to be a little run out for them or something, think again. Italy is very proud of clean sheets. It's very proud of its win streak that it's on. These players that have been brought in, as we said, are absolute quality. And Wales have not got out of their own half. They have managed to get the ball back again, though. Dispossessing, I think it was Verratti. But, Wales doing themselves proud at the moment. Even though they're struggling to get out of their own half, they're not being completely bullied here by Italy. Every time the Italian players pass, they're always in space. It's a little bit more pressing from Wales that's required. Good save over in that other match that's happening, the Switzerland-Turkey game. 1-0 Switzerland still. Wales on the ball right now. Goes out to Williams. Williams managing to find Allen. Dan James getting involved. Now Wales can get out of their own half. Over to the right-hand side. Back into the centre. That is something that Tifo was pointing out that England didn't do enough of, and that is switch the play. So I think Gary Neville was talking about it as well. So in regards to England, they were playing down the wide parts of the pitch. And if you're going to do that, you're going to drag the other team over. So if you're playing down the right-hand side, the team that you're playing against, Scotland, is going to naturally come over to try and deal with the problem. And what you need to do is, obviously, it's going to be hard to get through the whole team, is switch the play. So just a long ball over to the other side where that person should be in a lot of space because the whole team, Scotland or whoever, will have gone over to the other side to deal with the problem. So switching the play is really important, and that is something that England were not doing enough of. We just saw Wales do it there. So Wales had it on the right-hand side, Italy going over to try and deal with it, and the ball was switched to the other side. But sadly, they couldn't control it, and so they weren't able to really execute it the way that it should be. But even so, they've still got the ball right now. There's things like that England need to tweak and change, and there's just lots of little bits. But that was one. The switching of the play is something they needed to improve. Almost halfway through this first half, and even though it's been Italy domination, even though we've been camped in the Welsh half, it's still 0-0. And there haven't been any real chances, any kind of massive chances for Italy. So if I was Welsh, I'd be feeling all right. I think you've got to know that there's going to be a lot of chances that are going to come for Italy. There's going to be a lot more pressure that's going to come from Italy. But Wales looking relatively solid at the moment, in all fairness. It's not as if we've seen balls just whistling past the post or crashing off the post or rattling the crossbar or crazy world-class saves having to be made or, like, Italy, 20-odd minutes haven't really had much to show for it. 4 shots, couple on target, but nothing that's really going to bother the goalkeeper, the Welsh keeper. Right now, Wales are on the ball. Still in their own half, plays back to the goalkeeper. So Ward with the ball, looking to launch it long, and he does. Goes over the halfway line, but well headed away by the Italian. And Bale goes down, just holding his lower back, but sure he'll be fine. Matt says, the keeper is looking immaculate, but the defence is making me a bit uneasy. Diego said, every time Wales try to break out, Italy's players do fouls. The ref needs to pull his finger out. Millennial said, what do you think of SpongeBob SquarePants? It was a little bit after my time. But sort of still intriguing enough where I caught the first season. And I probably watched some of the second without even knowing. But I remember when it was like first hitting the scene and it was first around. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun for what it was. But because I was probably just that little bit older than its target audience, I was... I never had like the bedspread, the wallpaper, or any of this kind of stuff. But if it was on, I would have sat and watched it. Lovely passing here by Wales, but they just can't get anything from it. They are actually in. They've managed to get to Italy's penalty area. Nice. Edge of the box. Williams on the ball at the moment. He's got a lot of Italian players around him. Ramsey back to Williams. Williams trying to keep it in. That's excellent play by Wales. Ampadu on the ball. But gives it Joe Allen losing it on the edge of the penalty area. And that was all right, though. I mean, it's rare that we see Wales getting this close into the Italian penalty box. But as soon as you're getting in and around that penalty box, the amount of Italian players that are around, they do such a good job of like defending as a team. Italy, they seem to have a real passion for keeping clean sheets. Nice ball. Nice ball by Italy. We're right on the edge of the Welsh penalty area now. This is starting to become end-to-end. Ball played back into the centre. It was a bad ball there. Bad ball, but retrieved by Italy. Trying to go into the centre. Nice control. Wonderful control. Played, and Italy are through. Oh, no one could get on the end of it. Belotti playing the ball across. And there was no one there. It went down along the goal, rolled in front of the goal. It was excellent play by Italy. Look at that. Just needed an Italian player coming in at the back. That's easily the best moment for Italy. An Italian player at the back post there. That would have been a goal. James on the ball. Long ball. Plays it into the centre. And it's controlled using the arm by Aaron Ramsey. Belotti should have scored, says Retribution. Badger and Bournemouth says, don't lie, you've got a SpongeBob bedspread right now. Mo said, Forza Italia, Indonesia. Mr. Meme said, are you more excited for the final of the Euros or SummerSlam? Depends who's in the final. Sammy on a poll. Big up Italy. Hey, big up Wales as well. As we said, even though it's at 64-36, Wales are enjoying a little bit of a spell now. We're spending a little bit of time in the Italian half. Ball goes back to the Welsh defence, but they're on the halfway line. Bit of space in the centre, out to the wings. Ramsey on the ball. Bale had just moved into the centre. And I think he was looking to see if a ball would come over his way, but it didn't. It's gone all the way back to the Welsh defence again. Wales looking to rebuild. And Wales on the ball on the left-hand side. Long ball pumped forward. That's Ramsey trying to chase onto it. And actually, Italy, Bonucci just clears it out for a corner. So we've got a corner to Wales now. Wales just, asking a couple of questions here. Right, Dan James, I think, is taking this. Dan James going to look to whip this into the box. Trying to keep an eye on Switzerland and Turkey as well. Still 1-0 over there. Ball whipped into the centre. Headed. Oh! Really close. Really, really close by Gunter for Wales. Look at this. Oh, it actually clips the top of the net. Actually, bounces off the top of the net. Switzerland have scored, have they? Shaqiri has scored, yes. Just as that moment was happening for Wales, the information coming through that it's a wonder strike for Shaqiri. Lovely turn. Italy, though. Italy with a shot, and it goes wide for Italy. So that is starting to get concerning this for Wales. There's a 5-goal deficit, so there's still a long way to go. There's still a long way to go. Right now, Wales are going through in second because they're drawing here. So, right now they're drawing. But, I mean, right now this is also looking horrific for Turkey. Turkey are out at the moment. Bottom of the group, no points. But currently Wales are second. They're showing us the table on screen. Best opportunity for Wales to score might come from a set piece. Oh, the tension, the pressure is real. This is our only game today, as we said. Just the one game today, but we do have 2 games tomorrow. Group A will be sorted after this, of course. But tomorrow we sort Group B and Group C. We've got both of those groups getting sorted out. Italy on the left-hand side into the centre. 26 gone, 2-0 Swiss. Shaquem with all the goal emojis. Here's Chiesa. Chiesa for Italy pulls it back. If Italy score, this is going to start to become a problem. Because then it will be 3. They'll be losing. Oh, to the back post! Oh! Goes across the goal and there's no one there. Oh, Chiesa. Chiesa at the back calling for it. Well onside. Falls to him. That looked like it was going in, That looks a bit of a goal line. No, it's actually going wide. It is going wide. But it bounces off the Welsh player. Bit of drama. Bit of drama. Be right back. Gotta get snacks for Hell in a Cell. Shout out to you, dude. It's corner to Italy. Ball whipped into the centre. Headed away by Williams for Wales. And the ball goes out. Another Italy throw. Looking to whip the ball in, and it's going to be an Italy. No, he's grabbed it. He's grabbed it just before it's gone out. So Ward has grabbed it. If that had gone out, it looked like it was going to be an Italy corner, but the Welsh goalkeeper grabbing a hold of it. Real drama now. Real drama now. So, goes down in the penalty box. Yeah, the Italian player went down and the referee's saying no. There's a smile on his face, though. I'm not sure that Italian player was looking for it. I'm not sure he was looking for... Yeah, nah, there's nothing there. So 0-0. Half an hour gone. 15 minutes left of this first half. Never a penalty, says Diego. Ball into the centre. Goes played across by Bonucci. So we're back into the Italian defence. It's down. Hate Twitter at times, especially when it doesn't notify you of messages. Never a penalty. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Some good drama here, though, isn't there? Good drama here. 0-0 after half an hour. And currently 2-0 to Switzerland. So we have got some very interesting... an interesting second half coming up here. Because if Italy get a goal, then that's 3 goals of the 5. Even if Italy score 2, it's still all right for Wales. They're still going through in second place, but once we get to 3, 4, then things start getting problematic. Right. Italy build him down that right-hand side. Cleared by Wales. Goes back to the Italian half. New Zealand are 71 for 1, says Adil. North Macedonia are better than Turkey. Ball rolls out. Yeah, so Italy are knocking and trying, and their possession at the moment, 63 to 37. Trying to keep an eye on this game, and as we said, the other game as well. Zuber of Switzerland has managed to get both of the assists, which is just worth noting for any fantasy league players. Zuber getting 2 assists. Might be worth having a little look if Switzerland do go through. If Switzerland go through in 3rd place, though, there's a chance that they're going to play the winner of the group of death. So, not sure. I'm not sure you are going to want to bring in any of their players if they've got to play the winner of the group of death. I know how Sunday League teams better than Turkey. I just don't even know what's gone wrong. There's serious investigations that need to happen there. How can a team as great as Turkey in the qualifying just absolutely fall apart in the way that they have? Really has been stunning to watch. Because that is a Turkey team that beat France in qualifying. Ball whipped into the centre, headed towards the goalkeeper. Very comfortable. We're in the Italian half. 33 minutes gone. When is the ref going to book an Italian player? He's not a referee that seems to be that eager to kind of reach into his pocket, in all fairness. No player has scored more tournament goals for Switzerland than Shaqiri, who has just netted his 6th across World Cup and European Championships. So he scored 4 in the World Cup and 2 in the European Championships. So Shaqiri getting that 2nd goal for Switzerland. Long shot from Turkey just outside the box, and it's an awesome save. That shot was on target, says Ryan. Would you take Italy money line at plus 700? What, to win this game? They're plus 700 to win the game. They've definitely looked the better of the 2 teams here. There is a chance that Wales are going to frustrate them. There is a outside chance that Wales could score, but I think Italy have got great defence, and I think, if this ended 1-0, I wouldn't be surprised. Wales fans are getting high blood pressure. Yeah, I mean, you'd be a bit nervous, but whilst it's 0-0, you're absolutely fine. I mean, whilst it's 0-0, you're guaranteed. It doesn't matter what's happening in the other game. If you get a point from this, Wales, you are 100% through. So whilst it's 0-0, you're absolutely fine. Once it goes to 1-0, losing 1-0, then the nerves come in. If I'm a Welsh fan right now, I'm fine. I'm chilled. I'm all right. I'm drinking a beer. I'm loving life. Once it goes 1-0 down, or if it goes 1-0 down, ball played in, then I'm starting to get nervous. Shaqiri scored one, missed. Another expected for him. Well, still 2-0 over in Switzerland, Turkey. 35 minutes gone. Ball played out to the right-hand side. Into the centre. Verratti. Long shot, but bounces off that Welsh wall. So, yes, we've got 10 minutes left of this first half. 2-0 to Switzerland, 0-0 here. Big story is that Italy are going to be top. Wales will be second. And currently Switzerland are going through. It will be Turkey that are going home. Turkey will finish rock bottom of this group. And in all fairness, I think that it's looking very, very likely that's going to be the case. Because Turkey, with a draw, were going home. So Turkey have to win. Turkey now need 3 goals in that game. Turkey need to score 3 goals in order to finish third here. So that's looking very, very difficult for Turkey now. Right, Italy have got a free kick. They're going to look to play it into the penalty area. A lot of Welsh players, the whole Welsh team back, as you can imagine. We've got a wall. Should be able to get it, obviously, up and over that wall. He won't go for a shot from there. It's just to the right-hand side of the penalty area. Central, but to the right. Right on the edge. He's going to look to play it into the centre. It's low, and it goes in! Oh, now you can start to panic! Pessina scores! It was low, he kept it low, and it was just flicked into the corner. Pessina scores for Italy. Now that's going to give Switzerland some real encouragement. Right. It's a goal. It is Pessina. And he gets it on the 39th minute. Yeah, you're officially, if you are Welsh, you're allowed to have high blood pressure now. Now you're allowed to have high blood pressure. Italy have deserved the lead. They've definitely deserved the lead. No one picked up the runner. Panic activated, says JJB Gaming. Austin said, just as I say that, they make a goal. I changed it, Edward, because Triple T has joined us over there, so I just switched it over. Because we have Triple T around, makes sense to just switch it to Wrestling Escape Pod, doesn't it? Doesn't make any difference. Ball played in to the centre back post. Italy have got a bit of a real belief now. I mean, I think they had a belief all along. But that goal going in, they're just, some nice little touches. And Wales standing, compact and, staying central. But Yeah, there's 2 goals in this. Wales have got +1 goal difference. Switzerland -1. So that 5-goal deficit is now down to 2. It's now down to 2. Obviously, Wales losing a goal here, and Switzerland have scored 2. So 2 goals in it with a whole half to play. Even if you finish third, Wales, it's not the end of the world, but it could be because you'll have to play a horrible team. But we've got a long way to go till we get to that. Long way to go. Italy breaking forward. Currently Wales are second, and that's... Oh, into the middle! Ah, it just bounces wide! Whoo! Pessina is really causing some problems here. Pessina is really causing problems. It's just a little touch. A little touch. And it just goes wide. Ooh, this is fun. Let's just enjoy the ride. Into the middle. Oh, it's a corner by Italy, but it goes straight into the arms of the Welsh goalkeeper. Nearly a goal. What did I say? Said Crazy Ginger Jake Holden. XFL says, let's go Italy. Who got the assist? That's a very good question. Hang on. It was Verratti. Verratti with the assist. So, Verratti assisting Pessina for Italy. Over in the other game, it's still 2-0. And Zuba getting both of the assists over there. The goals were scored by Seferovic and Shaqiri. Should be 2-0, says Retribution. C Wrestling says very lucky save. Bobby, shout out to you. Very close. Switch almost scored. Right, ball played forward, but bounces off the Italian players and goes to the Welsh goalkeeper. Wales defence on the ball right now. So Wales trying to break out of their own half. This is a bit of a problem now for Wales. This is a little bit of a problem because now you don't quite know what to do. You know, I think they had a little bit of freedom coming into this game. But the fact that Switzerland have scored 2, and now obviously the fact they've conceded, you can't really afford to go on the attack and leave any gaps for Italy. But equally, you know, can you afford to sit and just watch Switzerland score goals? It's difficult. It's hard to know what to do. I think Wales have definitely got to keep it tight at the back. They absolutely, as a priority, can't concede anymore. But trying to stop this Italian side is going to be very difficult. Ball played down. The right-hand side, it goes out, and the linesman flags for that. Turkey are on the counter. It's a great shot inside the box, and a fantastic save from the Swiss goalkeeper, says Ryan. Crazy Ginger Jake Holden said Wales just need to keep this scoreline down. Yeah, the problem they have is that it's in their hands, of course it is. But if Switzerland go and score another couple, it still could see them finish third. I think if Switzerland score another couple, Wales do go third now. No time. I mean, it's hit 45 minutes and the referee has blown the whistle. So that is all that we're getting from this half. Bang on 45 minutes. Welsh fans, how are you feeling? I mean, I think you're going to be all right. But I mean, you had 5-goal deficit before this game started. It's gone down to 2. Days, today I scored 74 marks out of 75. Well done to you, my friend. I don't want to say, Tharuka, that it's because you join us on these streams, and these streams definitely have helped with your maths knowledge, but I think it is that. Austin said half-time scores 1-0 and 2-0. David Watkins says, my nerves are wrecked. David, we're here with you. I am rooting for Wales to do this. It is a joy to watch Italy, though. I'm not going to lie. They are a very, very good team. It's such a shame that you conceded just before half-time. But I think you've looked pretty solid. You haven't looked like you've been going to be giving loads of goals away. Obviously, we need to see what happens in the second half. But, yeah, I think you're looking all right. You're looking all right. It's hard to know what Switzerland are doing. I mean, don't forget, if Turkey score a goal, that's going to be a massive help. Like, Turkey could be helping you out a bit more here than they are. Turkey are just getting stuffed at the moment. Just awful from Turkey. Turkey at the moment, no points. Goal difference of -7. Italy top with 3 wins, 7 goal difference, +7. Wales are second at the moment. So if it was to end right now, just so that we're totally clear, if that was the full-time whistle, not the half-time whistle, Italy top, Wales second, Switzerland third, Turkey go home. That's where we are right now. Italy top, Wales second, Switzerland third, Turkey go home. But right now there's 2 goals in it. Wales and Switzerland on the exact same points. And what's at play here is whoever finishes second, they will actually go on to play the second best team in Group B. Whoever finishes third will play either the top team of Group F, B, or E. So, if you finish third, you're getting France or Portugal or Germany or Belgium or Spain, or you're getting a top team if you finish third. If you finish second, then you are likely to get Russia or Denmark or Finland, maybe. But it'll be one of those. Russia, Denmark, or Finland. Which, fun fact, is a lot easier than Germany, Portugal, Spain. Although Spain haven't looked brilliant. Wales against Spain. You might fancy your chances on that one. Either way, don't finish third in the group. That's what it comes down to. Finish second. And that's exactly what Wales are trying to do. So a little setback. Obviously, that other result not going their way at the moment either, but sets us up for a beautiful second half. Beautiful second half. Half-time, Swiss 2, Turkey 0. Ideal half for the Swiss. Turkey will need to go on the attack in the second half. Italy plays the runner-up of Group C. So, yes, that's correct. So, Italy will play either the Ukraine, Austria, or North Macedonia. So, if you're playing the fantasy game, you want to make sure you've got as many Italian players in your side as possible, because Italy are looking wonderful. And their next game is going to be either the Ukraine, Austria, or North Macedonia. It's all still doable for Wales. Oh, definitely. Right now, you would want to be Welsh rather than Swiss. Definitely. I mean, that's if you are Welsh, that's worth thinking about. Right now, would you rather be Welsh or Swiss? I'd rather be Welsh, because I kind of think that it's still in your hands. Yes, you're going to have to survive a second half against Italy, but you've shown yourselves to be quite solid. So, yeah, I would rather be. I'd rather be Welsh. Austin said, I think I've got 3 or 4 Italian players in my fantasy league. Are you more excited for the final of the Euros or SummerSlam? Mr. Meme, I answered that one earlier. It depends who's in the final. Hasib said, Days, what are your thoughts? Do you think Switzerland will overtake Wales? I think it's closer than I was expecting at half-time. I didn't expect Switzerland to get 2 goals in the first half. I thought there was a chance that... I thought it was a chance that it could be Italy 1, Wales 0, maybe Switzerland 1, Turkey 0. I wasn't expecting Switzerland to be 2-0. So, it's certainly closer than I was anticipating, but there's still a 2-goal cushion. So, if I was Welsh, I'd be feeling okay. I hoped we would keep Italy out in the first half. Nerves are kicking in now. Well, you're all right, Mouldy Spoon. You're all right. You've looked quite solid, actually. I would say, obviously, maybe 10 minutes of the final half, you were starting to, I don't know if it was Italy starting to take a few more chances or turn on the charm a little bit more, but certainly for the first 20, 25 minutes, Italy didn't really get any clean-cut chances. There wasn't really much that Italy were creating. They've enjoyed quite a bit of possession, but you did really well. So I think you're looking quite solid. Obviously, we don't know how this second half's going to go, but you're all right. I hope to keep Italy out the first half, nerves kicking in. Turkey are going to be a dark horse of the tournament. Yeah, they have really underwhelmed, haven't they? Really underwhelmed. They've been a very dark horse. They've been so dark, they've been lost in the shadows. So Turkey, big surprise in this tournament. But I think the story for them is pretty much done. I mean, I really can't see Turkey scoring 3 now. Turkey have been atrocious in these 3 games, so really can't see them scoring 3. Yeah, we are solid defensive, but this is Italy. Austin said, are Netherlands playing tomorrow? They are, yeah. So, we've got Belgium, Finland, we've got Denmark, Russia, we've got Netherlands against North Macedonia, and we've got the Ukraine versus Austria. So, there's games at 5 o'clock and there's games at 8 o'clock. So we've got 4 games and 2 obviously being played at the same time. Thoughts on Verratti's performance? I think Verratti has been incredible. Absolutely incredible. I think Pessina might be the player of that first half. Chiesa as well has been great for Italy. There's been a few good performances, but Verratti, Pessina in particular, they're 2 midfield players, either side of Jorginho, have been absolutely fantastic. In the highlights, Swiss players' uniforms look drenched. Is it raining or is it just really hot? Well, that game is being played in Baku, so it could be very, very hot. They might also have tipped water down themselves if it is very, very hot. But they're saying that it's going to be a difficult half coming up for Wales. The news from Baku is not encouraging. There's little room for manoeuvre. Yeah, dark horses of Turkey need to concede just 1 more to steal Ireland's 2012 crown of the worst ever performance at the Euros. It is awful. The report coming from the other game is that first half was terrific. Switzerland keep their top 2 hopes alive with a clinical first half showing. Turkey are currently heading home without a point or a goal. Hashtag dark horses. Will Italy score another one? They absolutely could. They've got another goal in them, no doubt about that. Diego said first 10-15 minutes of the second half is crucial for Wales. Hopefully they can get a goal back. Yeah, well, hopefully Turkey can do something for Wales. Turkey aren't helping Wales out in the slightest. Mouldy Spoon said Joe Allen is on fire. Have you seen the highlights of Silva versus Chavez Jr.? I haven't, no. Deal says New Zealand are 91 for 1. It's looking quite good for New Zealand, isn't it, over there? Got to think that they're, going to take their time, not take any risks. 91 for 1 is pretty good considering India got 200 and something, so looking good for New Zealand. One of the first players to play abroad was Welsh. It was ironically in Italy. He became a legend for Juventus. His name was John Charles. It was in the late 50s. Didn't know that. Shout out to you, Kevin. Canif says, do you think Wales will come back? It's difficult to see them getting a goal, but they absolutely can. They absolutely can. They have been in and around that Italian penalty area. I kind of feel that Italy, though, are just so good defensively. It is difficult to see Italy giving away a goal. But can they do it? Yes. I just think, is it more likely that Turkey, it's so hard to see what's going to happen in that other game. I can't believe Turkey are not doing anything to help you out. I can't believe Turkey are losing 2-0 to Switzerland at the moment. So, even if Turkey could get a goal, it would just give you that little bit of breathing room again. So, I don't know what's more likely, Wales scoring or Turkey scoring. What I do know is this is going to be a fascinating second half. And if I was Welsh, I'd be feeling okay. John Charles was world class, says David. Edward said, if Scotland go through, we get Spain. I wouldn't feel too bad about that, in all fairness. If you do go through, getting Spain, I think there's definitely worse teams to play in that next round. I think Spain, for whatever reason, just struggled to finish. Got great possession. Fantastic possession, but they just can't get the ball in the back of the net. You should look up John Charles. I'm English, but he set up a trend. He's a good tall player. Shout out to you, Kevin. Can we fetch Ian Rush on, says Mouldy Spoon. How long is left till half-time? Minutes, if that. There's only 15 minutes of half-time. So when we go back, we'll be starting the second half. 94 degrees right now at 10 a.m, says Austin. Austin, shout out to you. Hope you are well. Hope you're strong. Andros Hunter said they said in the 35th minute that Italy hadn't conceded a goal for 1,000 minutes. It is really hard to see Wales being the team that's going to do it, but they could. They've got Gareth Bale. They've got Ramsey. They've got some good players. Is it only the 6 matches tonight for Hell in a Cell? Yes, I think so. Where's the beef jerky? I wish I had some. We haven't got any in the house, unfortunately. Would have loved some beef jerky right now. No, instead I'm just munching on Haribo as little sugar rushes. Feel pretty good, though, in all fairness, but we did a pretty mammoth day of streaming yesterday. Yesterday we managed to do, 2 games, which is about 5 hours. And we also did, a 6-hour UFC stream, so definitely was feeling it a little bit towards the end of that UFC stream. But, I'm feeling pretty good today. Looking forward to this second half, I know that much. And, of course, Hell in a Cell tonight. Conway, no run, 96 for 1. Good morning, everyone. Just woke up. Johnny Gardner, shout out to you. Right, here we go. Second half about to get underway in the Olympico Stadium. They're trying to get the kickoffs synchronized. So they're trying to get it so that the second halves kick off at the exact same time. So in this game, the game finished exactly on 45 minutes, but it might have just run a little bit longer over in Baku. So as a result, we might just have to wait a moment. But we will get underway, and both the second halves will start at the exact same time. Obviously, they won't finish at the exact same time because there could be like injury in one and bit of added time, whatever. But it'll be there or thereabouts. Red and white flags are nice on the stream, says Thruka. I did it for my Welsh friends, showing my support. As I said, I would love for Wales to go through in second place. You look rested and ready to go. Second half is going to be bonkers. Hell in a Cell is going to be awesome. Dave Shaqiri needed that so that Klopp will give him some more game time. Who are the top players for Italy? Asks Canif. Shout out to you, dude. Top players for Italy. Chiesa, number 14. Fantastic player. A lot of people thought he would start all the games. But he's kind of been pushed a little bit out of the starting 11. Belotti scored the most goals for Italy in qualifying. Great player as well. Their goalkeeper, Donnarumma, is regarded as one of the best young keepers in the world. So Italy are pretty solid all throughout, in all fairness. They're not really a team that has got like one megastar. There's a lot of great players that aren't even playing for Italy. They don't have like Immobile playing or Insigne playing or... Berardi has been fantastic for them. But we are underway with the second half. And as we said, both games should have kicked off at about the same time as well. So we will be underway over in Baku also. 21 shots have taken place in that other game. Wow. That is the most since Belgium-Hungary in 2016. I'm not Welsh, but go Wales, says Tharuka. Did you hear the discriminatory chants in the Hungary games? I didn't, no. Ball over onto the right-hand side. You definitely look rested. 52 for Conway, says Adil. Who do you think will make it out of Group F? Well, definitely Germany now. I think France and Germany. Probably France, Germany, Portugal. I think those three. I think Hungary have played a fantastic job. Done a fantastic job of making it even more interesting. Obviously, that draw against the French 1-1 really puts the cat amongst the pigeons. Might mean that France don't finish top. It's still all to play for, but it's still hard to see France going out or, Portugal obviously got a big win over Hungary. So, I can't see Portugal going out. And Germany might look like the best team in that group, in all fairness. Very unlucky to lose that first game. And what a performance they put in against Portugal last night. So I think it's probably going to be the three teams you would expect. But saying that, there is a chance that whoever finishes third in that group doesn't get enough points. There is a chance that France go through and Germany go through. Wow, they've all got wins, haven't they? So I think they probably all would go through. Germany's beaten Portugal. Portugal's beaten Hungary. France has beaten Germany. So I kind of feel like they've all got at least 3 points. And that might mean that all three would go through, even the team that finishes third. Because don't forget, there's 6 groups. Only 4 of the third place teams go through. So that means 2 third-place teams also go home. I'm not going to quite know who that is until all of the groups have played. Turkey have now got an aggregate of no goals scored and 7 conceded from their 3 games they've played. In a full tournament, only Denmark in 2000 have conceded more without reply, and that was 8. That's how bad Turkey have been. Only Denmark in 2000 didn't score and conceded 8. Almost 4 minutes gone in this one. The ball's just around the midfield at the moment. No chances. No one really stamping their authority on the game at the moment. Ball goes back into the Welsh half and looking to break forward, but goes into the midfield. There was no one there. Italy on the ball right now, but struggling to get a hold of it. Wales get it back. It's just really bouncing around back and forth at the moment. Bale trying to get on the ball, battling hard, plays it out to the left-hand side. Williams trying to cut inside, ball goes into the Italian penalty box, but it's easily cleared. The same reason for the kickoff was because the infamous 1982 World Cup game between Austria-Germany. Both teams knew that they were going to the next round with a draw, so they just passed it around. It's on YouTube. Shadow Ninja said there is 26 different outcomes. That means that all 3 go through. Only 2 outcomes mean that 2 of them go from Group F go through. Okay, shout out to you. 26 different outcomes meaning that all 3 go through, but only 2 outcomes. So it's looking very, 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 very likely then that all 3 teams go through. Austin, shout out to you. We have got a yellow card. And it goes to a Welsh player. It goes to Joe Allen. Joe Allen gets the first yellow card of this match. Might be a few Welsh fans feeling that that's a bit unfair. Swiss on the attack. They shoot on goal. There's no pace, though. It's an easy save. Diego said, only a warning for the Italian player. Has the ref forgotten his pack of cards? No. Not when it came to showing one to a Welsh player. He didn't forget his pack of cards. Right. Italy with a free kick. Unbelievable! First yellow to a Welsh player. Tell you what, this is shooting distance. This is in shooting range. Bernardeschi might fancy this. He's certainly standing over it. Be a hell of a goal if it goes in. Hell of a goal. We have seen him scored from here. It's well outside the penalty box. It's probably about 30 yards. Bernardeschi. Oh, off the post! Off the post! Wow, it's a great shot. It's a great shot. Oh, I think the Welsh keeper might have got to it. But look at that. Look at that. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That far out, 30-odd yards. To have that vision, that ability to be able to get it through a whole sea of players, get it right into the corner. I mean, he was just an inch out or so. The Welsh keeper might have got his hand to it in all fairness, but absolutely brilliant. Mr. Meme, shout out to you, sir. Appreciate the kind words. A deal saying it's New Zealand, 101 for 1. Dark clouds loom. Yeah, why did they play it in Southampton? Pretty sure, right? Wales on the ball trying to... All of a sudden, Wales found themselves in the Italian penalty area on the ball, but yeah, there was nothing he could do really. He was surrounded by Italians, and Italy now on the attack. Lovely tackle. Tell you what, this game is heating up, man. Quick, that throw was done quick. Chiesa on the ball. Chiesa into the centre, cleared by Wales. There's a real energy to this. Italy, for some reason, have gone, right, here we go. That throw was, like, really quick. Italy are really up in the tempo. Wow, okay. Italy still with the ball. Lovely clip ball forward into... Oh. Straight over. That was wasteful. Wasteful. It was a wonderful ball over the top. Wonderful ball. Yeah, Ramsey's got the ball, and it's just kind of him and the goalkeeper, but it's a really awkward angle. And there was no one into the centre that I could see for him to play it to. Lovely interception by Italy. Lovely interception, but he gets fouled. It's going to be another yellow for... Is it a red? Is it a red? It's a red? Wales have got a man sent off. You can't believe it. It's a red. As the Wales... The way the ref just showed it was so nonchalant. The way the ref just showed it was like, right, you're off. And Padu's been sent off for Wales. And Padu's been sent off for Wales. I think it's a yellow, and I kind of think that the ref thinks it's a yellow as well. The way the ref went into his pocket, and he was like, so nonchalant, like, right, yeah. Does the ref know? Has he grabbed the wrong card? No, it must be. He must know. Someone must have told him. He must know. It's just the way he reached his pocket. There we go. That's that. Move on with my life. Right, let's deal with this. It's not as if he's called the player over and, you know, made a big thing of it and, like, said, you can't be doing or anything like this. Just gone, yeah, red card, you're off, right, blah, blah, blah. It's a red card. I'm not even set up for a red card. I don't know how to deal with a red card. Diego, how are you feeling? Diego all match has been ranting and raving about the lack of cards. Diego, are you happy right now? The ref has found his pack of cards, or? Oh, I tell you what, if I was Switzerland right now, I'd be like, I'm sorry, what? They've gone down to 10. Wow. If it was a problem before, it's a mountain now. This ref is a muppet, says Diego. It is going to be really tough now. Italy into the penalty box, and I can't believe it. I seriously, I can't believe it. It didn't look like a red to me. There we go. It's happened, guys. I've had to get a whole new thing introduced. Had to get a whole new something introduced. It's a red card. Right. And that is Ampadu. When did he go? It was like the 56th minute, wasn't it? Turkey need to score. Ampadu. I remember Serie A on Channel 4 on Sunday. Boring football. It used to send me to sleep. Unflipping believable. Look at it. Hey, it's good, isn't it? It's good, isn't it, football? I mean, probably not feeling that if you're Welsh right now. Ugh. But just think of the joy, my Welsh friends. Think of the joy when that full-time whistle hits and you go through second, knowing that you've just been through an absolute war. Shaqiri, 15 yards of space, fires the ball over the bar, and substitutions being made right now. Joe Morel coming off and Kiefer Moore coming on. Dave's fun fact, did you know that Everton's old ground was Anfield before Liverpool? I feel like did I know that? I don't know that I did, actually. It is a fun fact. I know that they played at Anfield, but I didn't know it was actually their ground. It could be worse. Well, it could be worse. That's a great attitude to have. Could be worse. You're absolutely right. Right, Wales on the ball. Well, ooh, charged down. Really bundled him over. Yeah, James running at that Italian defence. So this is, I think I'm right in saying, the second red card. Second red card that we've seen in the tournament so far. I think, was it Poland that went down to 10 men? Dan James is going to look to whip a ball in. He's got a free kick. Right-hand side of the penalty area. Yeah, there's definitely quite a few Welsh players that can cause problems from this free kick. Bale in and around the penalty box. Is he going to whip it in? Then James does whip it in. Cleared by Italy. Italy get it out of the penalty area. See, why didn't the ref book that Italian player? Good control by Italy, but they're living a charmed life. Passing it around their defence. Italy charging forward right now. Trying to keep an eye on the Switzerland game as well. It's still 2-0 over there. Oof, Italy just so quick at breaking. Nathan Blake. Nathan Blake has said, it's a nasty one, I have to say. It's the sort of challenge that could have left Bernardeschi with a broken ankle. Ampadu goes with a stretched right foot, and it just catches the ankle. He obviously didn't mean it. He'll be devastated. Well, I think that means that Ampadu misses the next game, doesn't it? Pretty sure that means he misses the next game. So, ball is out of play at the moment. We're around the midfield. Welsh fans, how you feeling? Things have slightly gone from bad to worse. 2-1. There's a goal. Oh, finally Turkey score. And just as we said things have gone from bad to worse, they get a little bit easier for Wales. That is going to be a very, very welcome goal in Wales. 2-1. That is a big, big goal. That could make all the difference. Just as everything was going against Wales, a bit of breathing space, Turkey score, and it's a shot from well outside the box. Turkey don't even seem to celebrate when they score. that could be a massive goal. Because there could be another goal here for Italy. So goal difference is 3 right now. With less than half an hour to go. Diego said, good news. Looks like Turkey got one back. What a goal it was as well, says David. It's a brilliant goal, wasn't it? Italy breaking forward. Poking the ball forward. It falls to the Italian player who keeps it in. Looking to play it back. Oh, it's a great save. Great save by Ward. Belotti with a shot on goal. It's a great save by Ward. Ball is played back and I don't see what he actually saved it with, to be honest. Was it his leg? Yeah, it's his leg. Saves it with his right knee. And excellent save. Right, looking to get nice save there. Great save. Here we go. Italy going to look to referee just having a word. Oh, we don't need any more cards here. Referee just having a word with some of the Welsh players. I think there's a little bit of argy-bargy going on in that penalty box. Here we go. Italy about to whip the ball in. Near post and headed well wide, I think. They're trying to... Clearly, they've got a strategy of something they're trying to work with. Oh, that was awful. I mean, in all fairness, fair play to him, sticking his head. I mean, there's players getting their feet up with, you know, boots and studs, and he's sticking his head in a place where you wouldn't want to be putting your head, in all fairness. So, fair play to him for that, but that did not work for Italy at all. So, 2-1 over in Baku. Still just the 1-0 here, thanks to Pacina. Some needs to have a word with the ref. Hattigan. This ref gives out both red cards. This ref gave out both the red cards. Oh, is it the same guy? Wow, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I didn't realise it was the same ref. Ball played into the centre by Italy. We're in and around the Welsh penalty box again. Switzerland now need 3 goals. Or they need Italy to score more in Rome to overtake Wales. 2 chances in quick succession for Switzerland, apparently. So Switzerland are still probing and working. Italy, though, into the centre. Oh, it's awful. He really dug underneath that. That was poor by Italy. Palmieri. Ball comes into him. It's not really who you want in that position. Emerson putting it over the bar. Emerson Palmieri. Right. It's going to be a corner for Verratti. Whipped into the centre and goalkeeper. Oh, spills it. Ward spills it slightly, but Wales clear it up. Kick it out. It's going to be a throw into Italy. And what's really impressed me is how eager Italy are to get back underway. Have you noticed how quick they take their throws? Have you noticed how much they want to get going? Like, this is not an Italy side that are playing for 1-0. This is an Italy side that really do want to get another goal here. They must hate the Welsh. That's what it must be. They must really hate the Welsh. Switzerland versus Turkey is only the second Euro match to see 3 goals get scored outside of the box. The only other game where that happened in Euro's history was Portugal versus Hungary in 2016. Thank you, BBC. Possession over in that other game is 50-50. Switzerland have had 18 shots, 9 on target. Turkey have had 14 shots, 5 on target. We've got another goal. 3-1 to Switzerland. Shaqiri. And it says it almost burst the net. Oh my God, that other game is on fire. That other game is on absolute fire. Oh. Into the centre, into the penalty area for Italy. It's now 3-1 for Switzerland. Goal, goal, goal. Yeah, I want to see it. They'll show it on TV soon, but apparently almost burst the net. Seems like a right screamer. Here it is. So, Shaqiri, it's in the box. Oh, it's a beautiful goal. Left foot. Left foot. Smashes it in that top corner. Now 3-1 to... We just got a shot of the Italian subs bench, and the one, I didn't see who it was, but he threw something, hit the other guy in the face, and he was like, and he threw it back. Amazing. What a great time to go over to that shot to see 2 Italian substitutes, like, having a little chucking around some, I don't know what it was, like a bandage or something? Roll of bandages, kind of like chucked it at me, and was like, threw it back over. Brilliant. Well, that just eases the tension, doesn't it? That kind of comedy. Just kind of eases the tension. Oh, the drama, the scenes. Only, still, I mean, in all fairness, we're only back to where we were. It's just, nothing has changed, really. It's just Wales have had a player sent off in the second half. But Turkey helped Wales, and now Switzerland have scored again, so we should only be as nervous as we were at half-time, really, other than that player being sent off. But Wales have done well, with considering they're down to 10 men. Long throw into the centre. Wales are the team at the moment that's in Italy's half. Wales looking for something, but it goes out. Rob Phillips, the BBC Wales football correspondent, said no one ever said it would be easy. And Wales football fans know that it's never easy. But does it need to be this tense? Daniel, shout out to you. All I can say is I'm pleased this isn't England that are having to go through this. I'm cheering for you, Wales. I'm with you, Wales. I want you to go through second. Make no mistake about it. I'm absolutely with you. And as I said, I think we're only back to where we were at half-time, so it's not the end of the world. Just it turns that pressure up a little bit, that's all. Just turns the pressure up. The other thing of note is that Zuber player for Switzerland has actually now contributed with all 3 assists. Zuber is only the 3rd player to register 3 assists in a single match. Ball goes straight across for Italy and rolls out. So, yeah, he's only the 3rd player to get 3 assists in one match. Wales have got just under 20 minutes to go. BBC say there's 20 minutes to go for Wales. Let's just try to forget the fact they're down to 10 men and playing one of the most impressive teams at the tournament so far. Right, Wales are making a substitution. Don't forget, Switzerland still need a couple of goals. Andres Hunter said, if Italy bench Bonucci, do I get points for clean sheets? It depends how long he played, I think. I think if he does an hour, then you do. But if it's less than that, I'm not so sure. You might want to read the rules on the fantasy game. Because those are like quirky little things, aren't they? If a defender goes off at a certain time, at what point does he get... Because I had a defender come on for Netherlands. He came on at about the 70th minute. And they didn't concede. They hadn't conceded. But because he had only played 20 minutes, he didn't get the bonus points for it. So it does depend. Yeah, he has to play 60 minutes. It all depends how long he plays for. Shaqiri has scored me 26 points as captain, says Gary. Wow. That was a good person to bring in. Shaqiri. Swiss on the attack yet again, and they get a corner, says Ryan. Okay, so lots of changes for Italy. We are free kick to Wales. We've got, as we said, about 15 minutes in the centre. Gareth Bale puts it over. Ball falls to an unmarked Gareth Bale. Completely unmarked. You couldn't ask for a better Welsh player to be in a better position than that. And it goes over. Yeah, of all the men that you'd want in that position, over the top it goes. It's a good height. Absolutely everything's fine. Oh, my God. Come on, Bale. Oh, my God, Bale. Right, still 3-1 over in Baku. It's quite interesting actually to like watching the game and like watching the information come in from Baku. Like it's really interesting. It's tense. I mean, this is going to be, as we said, this group is not as close as other groups. Some other groups, like the group of death and the Spain group, where there's so many different options as to where teams can finish. This one, we already know that Italy are top. We sort of already know that Turkey's out, so we're only really looking at who's finishing second or third. And even then, there was quite a healthy goal difference. I mean, imagine if there was only the one goal in it and it was constantly changing. Like, we could get some of that this week. I need 2 more goals and 2 corners to win my bet with this game. Bale needs to go to Specsavers. Right, ball played across, headed forward. Nice clearance. Goes down. So, yes, this, I mean, Wales, you've got to give them credit considering they're down to 10. It hasn't felt like they've been any worse or anything since they lost that man. Apparently, Switzerland are throwing everything at Turkey right now. Shaqiri has been taken off, though. Here come Italy in this game. Lovely ball. Out to the right. Whipped in, but just could not get that into the centre, and the ball goes out. Free kick for Switzerland. Free kick for Swiss post. That should be a penalty for Switzerland. Yeah, everywhere they're still talking about that Gareth Bale moment. Wales get the ball out. Wales in Italy's half, but the ball bounces off an Italian. I just saw Bale just seen a replay. The shot was off the post. Hits the woodwork. Jack goes for power rather than precision. Almost comes up trumps. But the low drive from the free kick comes back off the post. It's a yellow card to another Welsh player. Another Welsh player gets... there's one. At least there's one for an Italian. Pessina gets a yellow card as well. Right, Italy on the ball. I mean, honestly, I think if Wales go to Italy and only lose 1-0, they've got to take something from that. Italy have been so impressive in this tournament. Pessina has got one as well. Last X says Turkey almost scored. Penalty appeal. Yellow card. Wales player down and he is booked. Another Wales player. This ref is a joke. He's lost control of the game, says Diego. He's lost control of the game. It's just madness on the pitch right now. C. Wrestling said, I think this ref has a gambling issue. He seems to like cards a lot. He's going to have a Welsh issue. Not sure he's going to be welcome in Wales anytime soon. He loves handing out those cards. He loves it. So, goes down in the middle of the park. You get a yellow card, and you get a yellow card, and you get a yellow card. Yeah, Richard. He's been inspired by Oprah. Left-hand side, ball. Goes into the centre. What kind of exercise do lazy people do? Diddly squads. Is that meant to be diddly squats? Close, Saruka. Close. Ball out to the left-hand side. Italy have got the ball. Looked like it was heading in. Under bursts forward. Skips past a couple of players and strikes one with his favoured left boot. But it drifts inches over the bar. That is the report for that missed opportunity for Turkey moments ago. Emerson on the left-hand side. Ball goes back to the Italian defence, who are pushed up. Switzerland, I mean, I think Switzerland, there's 2 goals in this right now. Switzerland are definitely going to feel more nervous. Out to Wales on the right. Into the centre. Ball bouncing around. In the penalty box. Italy, so many Welsh players. Gets a corner, but it's just an absolute sea. It's the Red Sea. That's what he had in front of him. He had the Red Sea. They're having to really defend with their lives here. Right, looks like Wales are looking to make a change. As we said, there's still 2 goals in this. So if I was Wales, I'd be feeling all right. Definitely wouldn't want to see a goal go in though, or Switzerland score. Ball whipped in. Chiesa on the ball. He's trying to find the right option, and he wins another corner. I love how it hit off Roberts there, and Roberts was like stumbling all over the pitch for about half an hour. Chiesa hits him with the ball, and then watch him as he, like, stumbles around for a bit. Chiesa. Here come Italy, edge of the box. Playing it back, Chiesa. Looking, he's so patient, isn't he? He's just trying to find the right option. Wonderful player. Verratti plays it up. Ward came, but he couldn't get it. The Welsh goalkeeper couldn't get a hold of it. The ball's bouncing around, and finally Wales get it away. Goes into the Italian half, but there's no one there for Wales. Wales right now are having to just hang on, really. Yeah, Wales are making 3 changes right now. Switzerland have had 22 shots in their game. Switzerland are playing really well, says Saruka. Just spilled my beer, says Diego. No, this guy's got some cards as well. He's got some orange cards. Everyone's got cards. Some Powerade. We'll get some substitutions on the go here. Bale is coming off. Bale is coming off. Bale off and Brooks on. Wow. Wales' main man goes off, but yeah, disappointing for him. Missing that chance, but it's difficult for Wales, isn't it? Like, it's been a disappointing evening. They've had someone sent off. Bale missed a great opportunity, but it's still only 1-0 Italy. Like, to go to Italy, the team that have been so impressive in this tournament. Italy that have won 3-0 twice. And currently it's only 1-0. I mean, it's far from the end of the world, is it? And more importantly, if Wales can go through in second, no one's going to care. So Italy are making a change as well. Pessina going off, who's played so well in this. Always hope Johnny gone. I don't think so. Bale is off. Bale's gone off, yeah. Wales plays now 1 keeper and 9 defenders, says Max. Well, listen. If Switzerland were to get another goal now, what a dramatic final few moments this would be. But it seems like that Turkey goal, so important. We said it at the time, but it's just meant that there's still that 2-goal difference. Wales second, Switzerland going through. I think Turkey have to know they're done now, don't they? Can't see Turkey scoring 3 goals. With how long? I mean, they're not Portugal. Portugal managed it. I can't see Turkey doing it. So Italy have got the ball, 87th minute right now. Playing it across over to the right-hand side. Italy in the Welsh half. Into the centre. Nice. Belotti trying to get through, but yeah, it's just everyone's back. Wales right now are playing 9-0-0. Into the middle. Belotti! Oh, great shot! And Ward had to get his hands on that. Great shot. Yeah, very good. Switzerland for sure taking the game, and it looks Italy are going to walk with a win as well. Turkey players looking forlorn. How has it gone so wrong? They cruised through the qualifiers, conceding just 2 goals in 10 games, and none of them from open play. Donnarumma's come off. Why would you take Donnarumma off? Donnarumma comes off in the 80th. I cannot even begin to tell you how rare it is to see a goalkeeping substitution. To the point where, unless there's an injury, I don't know if I've ever seen a goalkeeping substitution. I can't think of ever seeing a goalkeeping substitution. I've seen one when a keeper's been injured and he can't continue, and so they have to change keepers then. But there'll be people watching like the Euros for the first time or whatever thinking that's normal. That is not normal. Why have they done that? I don't even know why they've done that. Is it because Donnarumma's going to be playing throughout the whole tournament and they just want to give the other keeper a chance to stand on the pitch? I don't know. That makes no sense whatsoever. Donnarumma's not injured or anything. Interesting. Italian keepers swapped. Has the Mafia made a phone call? Yeah.
Hey, I want you to put on the other goalkeeper. I know his father, and he's a good man. You do this for me, I do something for you.
3 minutes added time, but if I was Welsh right now, I'd be feeling pretty good. Kind of feel like the drama's gone now. What is the difference between a cat and a comma? A cat has claws at the end of his paws. A comma is a pause at the end of a clause. I don't know what joke, but you've got through. But you need to take it back. You need to see if they do refunds. Ball played across into the centre. Do that Italian hand just.
You listen to me.
That's Italian, isn't it? That's more Italian than pizza and pasta.
You listen to me. I know his father. His father is a good man. You put him on the pitch for me. I do something good for you.
There we go. Just how to offend a whole nation of people with one hand gesture. I don't care. They're too good at football. They deserve some banter. Because it looks like they're going to banter the whole of Europe with how good their team is. Right, we've got just over a minute to go. Ball played on the right-hand side. Back into the centre. Italy. What I love about Italy is they never give up, you know. They're basically the John Cena of this tournament. They never give up. They're constantly working. Constantly trying. I mean, this is an Italy that is finishing top of their group. Top of their group. That was never going to get... only a Wales win was going to take that away from them. Clearly, there's not a Wales win coming. Wales are down to 10 men. They're like a wounded animal. But Italy, it's just wave after wave of attack. They're constantly probing and looking and trying to get a goal. Yeah, the win is theirs. And it looks like it's going to be 3-1 over in the Swiss game in Baku as well. Shaqiri with 2 goals. Zuba with 3 assists. Turkey going out. So that is it here in Rome. The full-time whistle has sounded. So no more goals for Italy. It's a 1-0 win. Wales did well, certainly considering they went down to 10 men. I think Wales have got to be pleased with that. The Welsh will be over the moon if they finish second and Surely they are. So it looks like Wales are going to be finishing second, and they are going to be taking on whoever finishes second in Group B, and we will get that answer tomorrow. We will know tomorrow who finishes second in Group B. Will it be Denmark, Finland, or Russia for Wales? And the other game, I think, has concluded. It is finished over there. Switzerland have finished third. So Switzerland will go through. Turkey are the first team out of the Euros. Turkey are out. Switzerland are third. Switzerland are going to have to wait to find out if that's going to be enough for them to go through. But for Wales, they know they are second. Wales will now go on to play either Denmark, Finland, or Russia. That game is going to take place this Saturday. That game takes place this Saturday, so at 5 o'clock UK time, which is midday Eastern. It will be Wales versus Denmark, Belgium, or Russia. The other game that we're going to have on Saturday at 8 o'clock, which is 3 Eastern, is going to be Italy versus whoever finishes second in Group C. So it will be Italy versus Ukraine, Austria, or North Macedonia. And it will be Wales versus Denmark, Finland, or Russia. I said that Italy won't score 4. Wales are good defensively against anyone. The work rate to surround the ball is next level, says Mouldy Spoon. Diego said, considering Wales losing their manager before the start of the Euros, they've done very, very well. David Connolly said, Italy are the favourites to win it. Tharuka, shout out to you. Jimmy said both games are final. Both games are done. See, Wrestling said, can England please avoid Italy at all costs, please? They are going to... I think they are going to avoid Italy. They just might have the small problem of Portugal, France, or Germany as well, so... I have no idea why they can't just give the trophy to England. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. We're clearly the best team at this tournament. And I don't see the point in wasting everyone's time for us to have to prove that, so... It's very frustrating. WWE Central says, I'll see you for the next stream. Hell in a Cell. Yeah, we are going to be going off to set that up in a few minutes' time. We won't be starting straight away. I think we're hours and hours away from it, in all fairness. But I do still need to set that up, so... see you for Hell in a Cell. Italy were just chilling. They were not going full force. They had their second team out, but with the 10 men, it's always going to be difficult. Martinez says, are we playing against the Netherlands tomorrow? So tomorrow it is Macedonia against the Netherlands, and it is the Ukraine versus Austria. So we will be doing Netherlands against Macedonia. We will also be doing probably Belgium, Finland. But of course, we'll do exactly the same as what we've done here. And that is keep an eye on the other game in the group that is taking place at the same time. So by tomorrow night, we will know the first 3 groups. We will have half of the groups decided by tomorrow night. There was only the one game today. And then we've got... well, the 2 games, but on at the same time. Tomorrow we've got 4 games. David Connolly said France versus Italy is going to be the final. JJB Gaming, shout out to you. See you in a bit, dude. Nathaniel says, you've got about 3 hours, give or take. Diego said, good to see the Wales players applauding their fans in the stadium. Tall Paul said, I've got Italy in the sweepstakes. Yeah. Looking forward for the games tomorrow. Also looking forward to Hell in a Cell tonight. There is quite a bit of excitement for Hell in a Cell tonight, actually. I have had quite a few people get in touch with me and talking to me about that, which is good. You know, it's always good when there's excitement in the community. Tharuka said, it's almost 11 here, so I'm going to go and get some sleep and join you for Hell in a Cell. Yeah, well, I suppose I might as well go and set that up, seeing as everyone's talking about it. Very, very well done to Wales. Fantastic for them to finish second. I certainly wasn't expecting them to finish second in this group before the tournament started. I thought they were going to really, really struggle, Wales, to get even out of this group. I think Switzerland have shown what they are capable of. 3-1 win over Turkey. Draw in 1-1 with Wales. I think it also shows how important that first game was for Wales. That draw against Switzerland has ensured that Wales go through as second rather than third. If they'd have lost that game, Wales would have been obviously in trouble. But that first game, getting the draw against Switzerland, it was a big, big point. And then, of course, going on to beat Turkey, fantastic. And, the result today was the result today. But even so, second place, absolutely brilliant result for Wales, who will be, I'm sure, celebrating, ironically, singing in the streets, celebrating. They know they finished second. I think realistically, that's the best you could hope to do. I can't see anyone ever getting above Italy. So finishing second, you're going to have a very favourable draw. I mean, Wales going on to face Denmark, Finland, or Russia. All of them teams are beatable for Wales. Wales could find themselves going into the quarterfinals. I mean, it would be a bit difficult to sit here and try and work out who they would play then, but they would definitely. I fancy them to go forward. I am actually trying to see who it would be. They would play the winner of Game 40. Game 40 is. So they play the winner of game... Hang on, let's have a look. I said it would be hard to work out, but I'm determined to do it for you. So, runner-up of A, which is game 38, plays... So the winner of that would play winner of 40. Winner of 40 is... It would probably be either Netherlands or a third-place team. It'd probably be Netherlands, to be honest. I could see it being Netherlands. So I think Wales next will play either Denmark, Belgium or Russia. If they win that, then it's the Netherlands. And the thing with the Netherlands is Netherlands have got a great attack in, but defensively they're not all that sound. So Wales could be on... I would not be surprised if it's Wales, Netherlands versus the Netherlands in the quarterfinals. Looks like Netherlands are going to top their group. And they will have to play a third-place team. I can't see a third-place team being a problem for Netherlands, so I think Netherlands would get through. So, I'm thinking Wales versus Netherlands quarterfinal is looking quite likely, to be honest. I think it's looking quite good for them, so... Really, really good. Really, really good. Austin says, great stream. Shout out to you, dude. Appreciate the support. Crazy Ginger Jake Holden said Wales are going to make it to the quarters. It's between Finland and Russia. Wales are playing either Finland or Russia. Denmark are out. Well, there we go then. Either Finland or Russia. Bump is on now, says Thruka. Wales, Netherlands... Yeah, Wales versus Netherlands. That'll be a tricky game if they do get through the next round of 16. But you're going to have to play a big team in the quarterfinals, aren't you? So if it is going to be Netherlands, it could be worse, in all fairness, than the Netherlands. You know, it could be a Portugal, a France, a Germany, a Belgium. So Netherlands wouldn't be the worst. Right, awesome. Very well done, Wales. You sexy country, you. Well done on getting through in second place. And we'll find out tomorrow who you're going to play as we decide groups B and C. Awesome. Thanks a lot for watching. And if you are around later, we will be live for Hell in a Cell. Bye for now.